dual sauce, extra sauce. Hit that subscribe.
Hey everyone, this is Jesse from the Janjo Zone here to talk about the announcement of a brand new archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, kind of like that, there's support for Seiyaryu. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Seiyaryu. If I haven't mentioned it in videos, I've certainly meant to say it. In fact, recently I actually made a Seiyaryu deck for fun because no one has really made anything like that, and I love the monster. It was in the original series, Dual Monsters. It has had, I think, like a HeroClix figure of it and like some other things, but we never really saw it. The only thing we really knew about it was that it had its evil counterpart, which was Serpent Night Dragon, who did get some representation in speed duels. The Seiyaryu is kind of cool. He's a weird looking pink dragon. He's a vanilla monster. He's not really that good. He has 2500 attack, 2300 defense. But he is 7 stars, a light dragon, so that's kind of cool. And the only other card he appears in is Dragon's Bind, which kind of works for Seiyaryu. So the deck that I made, I kind of worked around a skill drain, vanilla beatdown kind of thing. And I'll post the deck list in my Patreon if you want to go check that out. But recently they've been announcing a bunch of new cards for Seiyaryu, and that's really cool. It's the Holy Knight archetype, which makes sense because Seiyaryu's Japanese name is Holy Knight Dragon, so it works in that. So maybe if it gets translated to English in the TCG, it might be the Seiyaryu Knights or something. I don't know. I guess we'll come to find out. So Seiyaryu gets a retrain basically in Radiant Seiyaryu. So let's take a look at all the cards that they have announced. Wait. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, because that helps me upload more videos and know that you like content like this. So Radiant Seiyaryu is, I'm a little disappointed that it's not a pink dragon. That's what I really liked about Seiyaryu, that it was so bright and really kind of out there. But that's okay. So it has the same stats as Seiyaryu. You know, light dragon, same attack, defense, level, all that fun jazz. So its effect is, if this card is normal or special summoned from the hand, you can target one card in the field and destroy it. That's okay. Again, I wish it didn't target, because that is, as Yu-Gi-Oh! Progresses, targeting is worse and worse because everything has targeting protection. Cannot be destroyed by battle with a dark monster, and cannot be destroyed by dark monster's effects. So that's not too bad. If you're battling a dark deck, it's good for that regard. Once per turn at the start of damage step, if this card attacks an opponent's monster, you can banish that monster until the end phase, and then this card can make a second attack in a row. That's kind of cool, actually, because you can banish a monster from the field. It doesn't target. That's important. So you can banish a card like that, and then you can make a second attack in a row. However, I'm thinking about if it battles a Link monster, then your opponent could summon that in a different zone. So I don't know if that would be best, or like if you're battling Mech Knights. I mean, not like people are really playing Mech Knights anymore, but I'm just thinking about ways that this could kind of screw up. But still, second attack in a row, it's not bad, especially with 2500 attack, because your opponent has a monster in defense mode, and you can usually get a good chunk of damage in that. It's not the most broken thing. It definitely reminds me of a 2005, 2007 kind of monster. Like, it has a good effect. It doesn't seem broken, but I wouldn't call it bad. I do wish it was a pink dragon. I think I'm disappointed by that the most, but that's okay. So let's look at some of the other cards. There's a lot of cards here. So let's look at, all right, Holy Knight Astal, not Astral or Aster. It is Holy Knight Astal. This is a level 4 monster, 500 attack, 2000 defense. So this is your big booty boy. Quick effect: you can target one light monster you control, tribute, and then you can special summon one level 7 light dragon monster from your hand. So hey, that's pretty cool. It works with that. What I also like about Seiyaryu is that it has different stats than a Blue Eyes White Dragon, so it won't work for that because it's a level 7. Or you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one level 7 light dragon monster you control, gains 1000 attack until the end of your opponent's turn. Only use effect once per turn. Okay, this is a pretty good card, I would say, because you can just summon him and then immediately tribute it. It doesn't say another monster, it says a monster, a light monster. And then you can special summon that Radiant Seiyaryu, or you could summon normal Seiyaryu if you really wanted to. And then you can banish it at that same turn to give an extra attack. So if you use this with Radiant Seiyaryu, you can give it 3500 attack, and you can give it 2 attacks. So that's pretty good. I like this effect. It's a good way to summon him out. Now, it is from the hand, so you're gonna have to wait to search him out. But with regular Seiyaryu, you have normal support cards for searching things. All right, Holy Knight Flamel. Now these cards look kind of cool. They're like angels. They almost look like Constellars a little bit. Like Constellars mixed with like the Archlords. It's kind of cool looking. So this is another level 4, but 1500 attack, so a bit more of a standard whatever monster. When your opponent monsters declares an attack, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, so it's a sort of a hand trap, and then you can special summon one level 7 light dragon monster from your hand. Again, that's another good way to summon it, because you can summon it during your opponent's turn, and still have a little bit of protection on the field if you need it. Quick effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard and target one level 7 light dragon monster you control or in your graveyard, return it to the hand. You can use the effect once per turn and only once that turn. So that's kind of neat. So you can banish this card from your graveyard after you use its effect during your following turn or any other turn after that. Then you can return this dragon from your field or your graveyard to your hand. I don't know why you would want to return it to your hand, but you know, that's guess we'll figure that out. Okay, now we got Holy Knight Rail. Ray Earth. 1800, this is definitely a bigger attacker, this lady. When this card is a normal summon, you can add one Holy Knight spell trap from your deck to your hand. Alright, cool. It's a spell trap searcher. That's really great. You can banish it from your graveyard, target one Holy Knight monster in your graveyard, except for this card, and then special summon it. You can only use this effect once per turn. So it seems like a lot of these cards have banishing effects, which kind of already tells you what its weakness will be. Cards that prevent banishing. But it's kind of cool in the regards that you can special summon one from your graveyard, a Holy Knight monster. Now, unfortunately, Radiant Seiyaryu is not a Holy Knight monster. Holy Knights seem to be the servants of Seiyaryu, similar to like a Nephthys kind of thing, which is neat. But I kind of wish there was a way to summon Seiyaryu from the graveyard a bit easier, but I guess we'll figure that out as we read the more of the cards. All right, now we got the spells and traps. Let's start with the spells. Holy Knight Bellfire. This is a cool looking card. It's like a fire blast. Add one Holy Knight monster or level 7 light dragon monster from your deck to your hand. Then, if your opponent controls a dark monster, you control no monster, you can special summon that dragon from your hand. That's really cool. I like this, because you can search out a Holy Knight or your Seiyaryu monster straight from your deck. And then if your opponent controls a dark monster, you control no monsters, so like a weird, gimmicky Cyber Dragon kind of thing, you can special summon that Seiyaryu from your hand. So that's really cool. Again, this only depends if your opponent controls a dark monster. Now, I don't know if you would want to run something like a DNA transplant. I don't know, but hey, it's a thought. Holy Knight Nativity. This is a continuous spell. During your main phase, you can reveal one light fairy monster from your hand. I should mention that all the Holy Knight monsters are all fairies, not dragons. And if you reveal one of these light fairies from your hand, you can add a level 7 light dragon monster from your deck to your hand. Great, another searcher. And it's during the main phase, and it's continuous, so you can keep using it. Then, you can place a reveal monster at the bottom of your deck. So that kind of blows. You're essentially losing a monster for your Seiyaryu. If your opponent activates a card or effect, you can special summon that dragon from your hand. You can only use the effect once per turn, only once that turn. That kind of blows. It can only use once that turn. So if you add it to your hand, you're going to have to wait another turn if you want to summon it. That kind of blows. That's a bit slow, unfortunately. I would like to see kind of more. I do like the art for this because it looks like something out of Saint Seiya. So maybe that was an inspiration for this. I don't know. I would like to see some Serpent Knight Dragon support in the TCG. I was kind of hoping that when they did make cards for Seiyaryu, they would make some sort of dichotomy thing with Serpent Knight, but this is still cool. I still like this. And here we go to the field spell, Holy Night Sky. This is cool. It's just a pretty looking sky with some stars. During your main phase, you can normal summon one Holy Night monster or level 7 Light Dragon monster in addition to your normal summon or set. It's normal summon, not special summon, so you can't just immediately summon a Seiyaryu. You can only gain this effect once per turn. During your turn, if a face-up light level 7 dragon monster you control is returned to the hand, you can draw a card. You can only use effect once per turn. You can use Flamel to return it to your hand to draw a card, and potentially if you have other cards to get it out, you're not too bad. But it does feel like a weird waste of resources to use. I don't know. I'm kind of sketch. I'm not sure how great this archetype is shaping out. It definitely seems to have the key component cards, but there seems to be some slow aspects to it, or some aspects that make you use more resources than you probably should be using. All right, now we got the trap cards. We got 2 traps, so let's start with Holy Night Advent. Continuous trap. During the main phase, you can activate one of these effects. Target 1 level 7 dragon monster, return it to your hand. All right, so that kind of works with Sky. Then you can special summon 1 from your hand. So you can only use 1 of these per turn. So that's cool. This is definitely a must-have card in the deck because you can immediately special summon 1 of these cards. So that's really cool. So you can use it to bounce a card, draw a card, and then during your turn, use this to special summon 1. And this is definitely a key card here. But again, traps are slow in Yu-Gi-Oh! There's a lot of destruction effects, especially for side decking for these kind of back row cards. And there's definitely seems to be a lot of crutches for the Seiyaryu deck. But still, this is definitely a really good card. I really like it, not just for the second effect. So last effect is Seiyaryu actually attacking. It's Holy Night Blast. I guess that's the official attack name for Seiyaryu. It doesn't have a pink flame. That's unfortunate. I love the pink. Just bring back the pink, man. When your opponent activates a card or effect, you can return a level 7 light dragon you control to the hand and negate the effect, destroy the card. So it works same thing with kind of like Advent. It works alongside Sky, where you can return a dragon to negate an effect or even a card. That's really powerful. That's like almost like a Imperial Tombs Necro Valley kind of thing. Unfortunately, I do wish it could let you return any Holy Night monster. You know, the card is focused around Seiyaryu, or at least Radiant Seiyaryu in the card art, so I'm not going to harp on it too much. So I'm definitely excited for this because I'm a big fan of Seiyaryu. I'm not crazy about some of the stuff they're doing to it, because it definitely seems that they had an idea, but they're trying to balance it out. But that regard, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a meta archetype, but definitely seems like it's going to be a fun archetype that will not be a tier 100 deck. It seems like it'd be kind of fun. It'd be similar to a Nephthys deck or a Simorgh deck, where it's not a bad deck, but it doesn't seem to be fast or resource heavy enough to make an impact in the meta. And I'm still really sad that Radiant Seiyaryu is not a bit more pink, because that's what really made Seiyaryu for me. Is just like, it looks really interesting with like its color scheme. But still, I'm really excited to see this. I never thought we would see it, especially so soon, because Seiyaryu really has been on my mind lately, so it was really surprising to see this just pop up. But let me know what you think about this. Are you excited for it? Do you think it's going to be good in any capacity? What other kind of support would you add for it? Would you want to see more Serpent Night Dragon support? Let me know. I might even make a video about Serpent Night Dragon support, and we'll find out. So let me know in the comments below, or on Twitter at the Janjo Zone, or on my Discord, and be sure to check out my merch and my Patreon, because with my Patreon you can get really cool perks like your name in the credits of my videos, a personalized shout out, or even monthly you can decide a discussion for the channel. So again, let me know what you think about all this stuff in the comments below, and until then, have a wonderful day.